Hi, I'm Dee Grimm, also known as Derwin E. Grimm Jr. Graduated from Phoenix Union High School, class of 1955. I grew up here in Phoenix. I'm native born. I was born at the old St. Joe Hospital and went to Creighton grade school. Graduated from Creighton in 51, then went to Phoenix Union High School, graduating in 55. I was a typical high schooler. I worked for Mr. Hayes doing audiovisual work. I joined the band. And then my senior year, I don't know why I did this, but I tried out for the cheerleading team and made the team, and that was really a very interesting thing to have done.
I volunteer with the Phoenix Union High School District Athletic Hall of Fame, and one of my schools is Phoenix Union, and we get to nominate 4 athletes a year, and finding those is just very difficult. I spent a lot of time at the library researching Phoenix Union High School. I'd been down to the museum and looked up all their newspapers and annuals. And the first person I met was Dee Grimm.
I'm not a wallflower. I'm a noisy, gregarious kind of person. And I really like meeting different people and learning about them and what they do, and then trying it myself. And it's been my whole life has been like that.
How did you feel when Phoenix Union ultimately closed down?
Well, I was saddened because it was a grand old institution. It opened in 1895. Our parents had gone there. They hadn't completed, but they had attended. Family, relatives, friends, many people that I had known for my life had gone to Phoenix Union. One of my classmates, Harriet, I believe she was the president, and I contacted her. It had to do with the picnic. And as we visited, she told me all that she was doing, and she had one volunteer. These 2 ladies were just inundated with work. They had way too much. And so I wrote Harriet a letter saying, Harriet, you gotta have more volunteers. This is more work than you're gonna burn out. You're not gonna continue to do this. So I volunteered, and then I became a volunteer at the museum. I mean, we did all of these things, and slowly but surely you get involved into it because you feel that there's a social benefit to it. And we have 2 philanthropies, both of which I'm a part of, and both of which I think make the whole organization worth doing. The wonderful thing about it all is there are at least 4 of us that choose to come down here almost every Tuesday and put in 2 or 3 or 4 hours and get the work of the organization done. I mean, that in itself is very satisfying, to be a part of a group where people come in and get the work done and keep the organization going. Without these people, the organization would close down shortly.
Well, first of all, I got the email saying, do you know anybody that was nominating that would be worthwhile? But immediately I said, Dee deserves it. And any of those people down there that have been doing this for the years, I mean, this is they go down 1, 2, 3 days and spend a whole day down there working. So I said, this is most deserving, and the more I'm involved with him and get him, he helps me, he deserves it. I mean, it was just, so not only was he helpful, but he was a very enjoyable person to be around.
I think when I joined the organization, we were somewhere around 4,000 members. Today we're somewhere around under 1,300. And so the organization has a life as a person. It was born, and so it has now matured, and it is in the process of ending its life. I can't personally see the organization here much beyond 3 to 5 years. I just can't, because we're getting old. Gosh, I'll be 82 in December, and there comes a time when you don't have the mental ability to come and participate, when you can't even drive to get here. I hate to see it end, but I would anticipate that it will end, and so that'll be a sad day when the organization finally has to turn over the activity of taking care of the scholarships to the Arizona Community Foundation, and the board has to go their separate ways. And so what's important about this is Phoenix. You can't really understand the history of Phoenix without understanding the history of its education or of its infrastructure. I mean, that's all part of the history of the area. So we provide some level of ability to research that quite a distance back. In terms of what we're doing to leave the city a better place than we found it, the organization has gotten together, the board has gotten together to form an endowment fund for the scholarships. And so we're hopeful that we can get another 50 years out of it beyond the time we're gone.